So in case you were wondering, this is what data discs look like. They're like television, only instead of government propaganda cartoons or doctored news or exercise programs, there's something else. And there's a different one in each one, so let's plug it in.
In the beginning of the world, the earth and the sky were one creature, and it was the hardest thing to tear them apart. They loved each other so much.
Typical 20th century understanding of science.
And that's why it rains. Because the earth and the sky are always trying to get back together.
Don't know shit about condensation. Alright, so these people are married and they have a kid, and the wife isn't supposed to drink alcohol because she's sick.
I'll quit. I've got willpower.
You're going to Ireland to dry out?
No, we're going to Ireland to see my grandmother.
But craziest of all is that they use these things.
Thanks.
Where are they?
They are using paper maps to get around. What century is this? I hope they have a protractor to triangulate that shit.
I'll figure it out.
So the first thing the husband does is fuck with this ex-boxer, who is the wife's ex-boyfriend.
Maybe a poke in the snozzle would be more to your liking.
What?
Pop in the snout.
I think I hurt my hand.
You deserve it. He's actually lethal. He kills people like you.
Been there. Oh snap. Oh snap, now they isolated. They lost their one vehicular transport. This is a bad place, man. Bad.
I'm Alice.
Hi.
The professor sent me out to get you. How's still stuck around?
So there's this blind uncle, and something's up with him because he doesn't have an Irish accent, but he's lived there his whole life.
I am certifiably blind 5 years now. From reading too much, they tell me, though my eyes were always frail. These days I see outlines of things, little moths beating against my retina. Like stars, seen through a telescope when they're too bright.
Only there.
Uncle Bill hasn't aged. He still looks the same as when I last saw him, maybe younger.
Actually, in blind people, I've seen that. Blind people, since they can't see, are oblivious to all the filth and crud that fills our waking hours and makes us worn out and weary and incoherent.
Huh. I wonder if that's true. I got some blind friends. I don't know how old they are. They could be old as shit.
Grandma?
No, your grandma's upstairs sleeping.
So this data disc is cool because it teaches you stuff. Like the uncle, he's got this corpse in the basement, and she's a druid.
Druid. Their burial methods were as effective as those developed by the Egyptians, but these people had no need of embalming. They had the bark.
And now I know about druids. So the druid rises, and the first thing she does is kill the uncle. But she's having a really weird effect on the wife, who keeps getting nauseous and gets way too honest with her husband.
You make me sick.
Find some aspirin or something. No, there's nothing here. Okay, Nora, take it easy. It's gonna be okay.
No, it won't.
It won't?
Ha, she's too sick to wear a shirt.
In the country. You know what dogs are like in the country?
Meanwhile, the husband is getting drunk as fuck.
Bouncing a ball around and chewing on stuff and panting and happy. What you got there? Quaaludes.
Pass it around, brother.
Excellent.
So, the druid looks like the wife. And at one point, the druid and the wife are running around this house, and everyone thinks that they're talking to the wife. But The Druid is super strong. Like, she's fireproof. Blast-proof. 0 fucks given strong.
Nora?
So, while the whole family, the grandma, the adopted girl, the son, the husband, the wife, the Druid, are all running around, guess who shows up with his stupid, handsome face?
Go home.
You talk too much.
So the wife and the boxer start to bang bang. And her husband sees it and clocks him. And everybody sees the 2 wives.
Who's this?
But then the rebels show up because they're friends with the boxer.
Who's that?
You okay, Joe?
And then it becomes a big old game of kill the Druid. They shoot her. And then she goes apeshit with a data disk. They stab her with a spear. Then they try to shoot out her kneecaps. Then they shoot her some more. They flip a table. They even electrocute the bitch. And what does it do? Jackballs. Because the Druid cast a spell, and she and the wife are doing this transfer thing. And then the son gets kidnapped because he's an idiot.
Hey, kid! Are you daft? Get away from there!
Jimmy!
But it's okay, because the answer turns out to be alcohol.
Jimmy, you just sit tight. I brought a little peace offering. Peace to my wife. A nice Irish girl who could always drink me under the table.
That shit works, and the Druid is distracted long enough for the husband to... Yeah, it doesn't do shit. So they go down to the beach, and this weird thing happens where the Druid suddenly has the wife's face, and the wife becomes the Druid. And I don't know, it honestly looked like they forgot what person was supposed to be standing where. But everything works out, and everyone gets back together, and then we get the best moment of all. So Grandma gets her smoke. And the little girl lights up too! So, yeah, the Eternal Data Disk. I liked it. There wasn't a lot of kicky shit, but there was a lot of people running around doing stuff. I liked that the Druid could take a few hits. I mean, I wish I was that tough. And I'd never say that.